oh, he doesn't want to play that part. He wants to play the brother-in-law. I said, really? I have to be great, but I assumed I would be getting kind of a wonderful, actor who would be lesser known for that role. It's a small one. And I met with him, and he said, no, I think it's the best part in the piece, and I'd love to do it. And he showed up and did it for very, very little money, and came in and was great. He worked about 8 days on the film.
Well, because we're almost instructed not to like him at the beginning, but again, he emerges as well as a character who is solid, is centered, and even generous, which you don't automatically expect. Questions from folks in the audience? Yes.
I'm really curious about the research for the project, as far as like you're saying you went to this like a board office or something that was featured in the film. Like, where did all this come from?
Yeah, I do a ton of research. I think I mentioned before it started that my brother-in-law got fired, and he started kind of telling me about some of the experiences he was having, and I got interested in it, went to some websites, and I got these huge responses. I went to a couple of downsizing websites and just put on a little, or chat boards, and put on a little thing saying as a writer might be interested in writing something about it, if you had any anecdotes or anything you wanted to tell me. And in about 2.5 days, I had 2,000 responses. And so I thought, oh, there are a lot of people who want to talk about this. And then I spent about 6 months doing some extensive research. I work with a researcher who some of you, she comes here often, named Riva Mandelbaum, and she and I interviewed a whole bunch of people. I was really surprised. I was telling you backstage that I started calling some CEOs who'd recently been through corporate downsizing and some of the human resources people, and they were very anxious to talk to them. And a lot of the dialogue in the film actually is directly taken from those conversations.
Why were they anxious to talk to you?
Well, I thought they, I guess the glib answer would be the same reason that people who are guilty seem to want to talk to detectives. There was a sense of wanting to explain themselves and what they had to do and why they had to do it, tremendous guilt around it. The entire last speech that Craig Nelson has with Tommy in the lobby of the building is almost verbatim what one of the executives said to me after they had done a huge round of downsizing. That we gave them, we gave them a paycheck, we gave them health benefits, we gave them disability if they were hurt, and that's the end of the
But that concludes with the single most callous line in the movie: I have to get back to work.
Yeah, and there was really that attitude towards it. And the HR executives, one of them who had recently, usually what happens with HR executives in these big companies that are doing a lot of downsizing is they're the last one to get fired, and they have to kind of fire themselves. And that last line of Maria's in the piece is what one of them said to me, which is I stayed inside and thought that maybe I could save some jobs if I didn't do it, somebody else would. So I think there was a real desire to it. But for those of you who are writers, I'm always amazed at who wants to talk to you.